To become a real-life superhero, you first have to become a leader. To become a leader, you have to learn from the best in the world.
Hey everyone, you're listening to the Network Marketing Girls. I'm Anna Godfrey.
And I'm Shannon Lamos.
And we're so excited to have our special guest on the podcast today. Say hi, Wade Harman.
Hi, Anna Godfrey and Shannon Lamos. Thanks so much for having me on the show today.
We're excited that you're here. We're going to do a shout out to your sponsors, and that's actually going to be our social media tip of the day. We usually have some sort of social media tip, and so we think you should shout your sponsors out and talk about for a couple seconds on Nodex and Friends Plus Me.
Well, and tell us just a little bit about it yourself too, Wade. Break it all down for us.
Okay. Well, I really love Google+. The Google+ platform has been, extremely important for me in my past year of marketing. And I found two very important tools that you can use with Google+. One is called Friends Plus Me, and it's actually friends, the word friends, plus .me is their website. You can use this tool to help you cross-promote and stay visible on, let me explain it this way. If you're like me, I'm on Google+ all day long, and one of the ways that Friends Plus Me helps me out is that when I post to Google+, it automatically posts to Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Tumblr. I think there's another social platform on there that I don't really use that one. I forget what it is at the moment, but it also posts to Google+ pages, Facebook pages. It just keeps you really connected with and visible, basically, on social media. And I really love that tool because I'm not scrambling from Google+ to Twitter to Facebook trying to stay, visible and connected.
It's going to be a real time saver too. Anyone who's on social media knows that it takes forever to go from one media to that next media. I mean, if you can do it all in one, is that what you're saying? You just make a post all in one and it just shares it automatically.
Yeah, exactly. What I post on Google+, if I post an image, it will take that exact same post. Now, I know Twitter only has 140 characters, but if you take, say the first couple of lines, make that your topic or your title, then it's going to look good on Twitter. Plus, the image is going to be there on Twitter as well. Facebook is the same way. So, yeah, it's a big time saver. The other tool is called Nodex, and that is NOD3X.com. And you can use this tool to find like-minded people, the same people that are talking about the same stuff that you're talking about on Google+. And as you guys know, it can take quite a while to really, find and connect with these people because this is going to be your tribe. You need to find a tribe that's going to help you bring up to that next level of marketing. And just like you guys, I count you guys as part of my tribe. And we help each other. So exactly. If we didn't help each other, we wouldn't have done a show last night together on my show. And then again today for the Network Marketing Girls. So it really helps you find people. And to be honest with you, I found Anna Godfrey by using Nodex. And it's just a very powerful tool. And both of these tools are free to use. But if you want the maximum results, you would need to have the paid subscription. Now, Friends Plus Me is only $10 a month. So it's not like breaking the bank or anything. So, But yeah, I love it.
I think it's the tool's worth having. I mean, that's just everyday something that you do as a network marketer. I mean, those are tools that are just going to benefit anybody.
Yeah,
cut down the time.
Yeah, it definitely does. And plus, time-saving tools are few and far between. And I know everybody's heard of the Hootsuite and Buffer, these tools that you can use to kind of load up your social media. I'm not against anybody that uses those tools because they definitely help. I feel like it leaves a lot of personalization at the door. When you use a tool like Friends Plus Me, you're actually getting you posting at that moment. And if you are like me, I'm on Google Plus all day long at Plus Wade Harman, you can save a ton of time and still be personal with everything. If you have your notifications set up the way I do, when somebody acknowledges me or mentions me on Twitter, I'll get a notification, and then I'll go to Twitter and I'll make sure I'm following that person, or I need to connect with them or respond.
Good
Yeah,
tips.
I know when I started using Friends Plus Me, it definitely saved me some time because I use mainly my Google Plus profile, and I know that Hootsuite, you can't post directly to your Google Plus profile. It has to be a Google Plus page. That's how Friends Plus Me has helped me a lot. Wade, both of us are in our direct sales business, network marketing. Both of us believe that relationships are the foundation of our business. I know that my leaders of my business, I have the strongest relationship with. When you have a strong relationship with people on your team and you genuinely care about their dreams and their goals, they stick around longer and they're lifers with you. How do you fit your course into people like us who have a home-based business?
To be honest with you, this relationship experience course that I created was something that I had no intentions of sharing with the public. This was steps and guidelines for me to use to build relationships with influential people. Because, of course, when I first started, I had no following, no connection, and so who did? It was the people with 300,000 followers. It was the people that were getting the most results out of social media. I realized that, and I said, well, I need to be in that camp. I need to be where stuff is happening so people can notice me. And so what I did was I started to create lists, and if something worked, I would write it down. I didn't put anything in video until the course actually came along, but this was actually just something that I did for myself. And as you guys know now, I talk weekly with Jay Bear. Rand Fishkin is coming on the show. David Amerland is a good friend. I'm actually collaborating a book with Eric Inga, Mark Trackhagen, all these influential people. So this works. I will tell you this. This is not something that's going to be done overnight. Whenever I came out of the coal mines, and I wanted to, the internet was different. Even 2 years ago, it was more different than it is now. And it's ever changing. But when I came out of the coal mines, I saw that people were making money, and I had a dream of making money, providing for my family, and basically making the same amount of money that I was when I was underground. That bubble got shattered really quick because I thought it was going to happen really quickly, and because if any of you have seen squeeze pages. Everybody's seen a squeeze page, a landing page that tells people this and that, and probably stretches the truth a little bit. Well, if I had all the money that I spent on those products when I first started, I would be a rich man right now. Because I had a goal, I had a dream. I knew what I wanted. It was money. But my mistake was I was going from point A to point Z. And I wasn't going to A, B, and C. I wasn't following the steps. I was seeing the end result, the end goal, and that's what I was reaching for. But relationships are baby steps. They're tiny steps.
Like, I couldn't agree with you more. That was my mistake in the beginning. Is like, you have this big picture that you're going to get rich overnight when you're in network marketing or direct sales or any other opportunity, and it just isn't that way. You can't skip the step, No. And I think for me, I even did that. I was just like, I was doing things all wrong. I was throwing just links out and this and that when I first started. And then it dawned on me, like you said, I started following people. Like, what is it that they're doing and why are they doing so great and why am I not? I did my homework. And yes, the whole key of it was building your relationships with everybody. Get that following. So,
well, and that's generally what networking is. Before the days of the internet, when there was the belly to belly networking, you go to these networking groups to meet people, and then you get their information and you try to build a relationship with them. So social media, the internet, it's no different. You still have to build that relationship. And I think that's one of the steps people totally forget, especially in our business, because they join up and they think they can just push a product and make a ton of money. And it's not really about the product. It's about that relationship you're building. It's about connecting. It's about seeing how you can help that person. Shannon and I are always talking about how our business is not about us. It's always about everyone else. You have to see how many people you can help. And I think the relationship is the key to that. You have to know how to help somebody. You have to get to know them. You have to have those skills.
Yeah, and then too, it's, this course is designed to show people these baby steps that you have to take. It's to keep you focused on the small goals, because the big goal is, even though it's important right now, your end result is to make money and to be successful. Whatever the goal may be, relationships are still the key of everything. And so the way this course is designed to help people is to get on influential people's radar, learn how to stay visible with certain techniques that I use. It's just different little steps like that most people forget and don't even think about, really, because when it comes down to it, I had this thing. Everybody's like, oh, relationships are the most important thing. You have to always remember, blah, 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 that relationships are going to, and you've heard that engagement is the most important thing on social media. False. The number one reason I'm here is to make money. I'm here to make money, and you're here to make money. Don't forget about the end goal. Now, you can go broke with engagement. If you got a post and it has, I watched a hangout the other day with Mark Schaefer. He's a very influential person in social media. He said that he had a post that had 700 comments, but nobody did anything on his site. And all they did was comment. And he said, I can go broke like that. And so this is what this course is designed to do. It's designed to set up opportunities for you. That even though engagement is important, relationships are important, your end goal is to build opportunities that will bring you that success that you actually need online.
So a lot of, for example, my team, they've started out on Facebook. We do a lot in our Facebook group, for team building. I know like 3 years ago, we were encouraging people to do like Facebook fan pages. And they were working for a while. Now you get 2 people to see the posts. And I noticed, since I've been on Google+, I get all kinds of engagement and people actually seeing the posts that I post. How do you recommend people bridging over from Facebook to Google+? Is your course going to help them to learn the basics of Google+ so that they can bridge over and start to find more people on Google+?
Yes. Yeah. One of the things that I have implemented into this course is the fact that I understand that people on Facebook are used to the way things are done on Facebook. So there are about 3 mini courses inside of this that show how to run Google+ as a platform, to find people that are acceptable to your marketing strategies, people you need to be connected to. Of course, Facebook is a different machine than Google+ is. You have people that won't engage, but they'll like. They'll come down and they'll like. We've got to get out of the mindset of clicking the button. We've got to start typing on the keyboard. We've got to start, having conversation with people. And that's the bad news of Facebook. People are just automated to say like. They think that's engagement. It's not engagement. You have to take the time to do it, and that's one of the things that I show.
That's awesome. I think that, this is going to be an excellent course for all those out there, because I know that if I had this course when I first started, it would have saved a lot of time, a lot of headache, and it would have got me off on the right foot instead of, like I said, I had no idea what I was doing, but I continually tried. And the resources today were not available when I started. So I think it is an amazing way, especially like you said, Anna. I have a lot of people on Facebook that have not come over to Google. It's like, what are you scared about? Like, you need to get over there. And I think that once they get there and they learn it, they're going to understand that the engagement is so much more powerful. You are connecting when you're on Google. Like you said, Wade, everyone hits that like button and thinks that's like sharing or commenting or, it's not. You need to talk.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and there's also another thing that, the people that jump from Facebook to Google Plus, there's this one thing that people do that I think it's also a crutch. They're so used to throwing their stuff on Facebook. Content curation doesn't exist on Facebook. It's not people sharing other people's articles. It's people sharing their own stuff, for the most part of what I've seen anyway. And the way that's different on Google Plus is it's people sharing everyone else's content and going back to what Anna said about helping people. If you have a true heart of helping someone, then you're going to share something with them that's going to help them, whether it's your content or whether it's somebody else's content. Remember, the bottom line, one of the first steps is to help people, and it doesn't have to necessarily come from you. As long as you're consistently sharing good information that can get somebody from point A to point B successfully, then you're going to build, even though you're not sending them to your site, you're still working your social marketing because you're showing them that you can be trusted to give them the best information possible. And that's the key.
Funny that you had mentioned that, because even though I'm on Facebook, I will still give credit to that person. And I got a message and they said, you didn't need to mention me. And I was just like, well, I like to give credit when credit is due, because people were sharing my stuff but never giving me credit. And that's fine. I think that there's right ways and wrong ways. But after they started seeing like, yes, I'm giving you credit. It's not my post. It's not my opportunity. But I like it goes along with what I do. And finally they were like, oh, maybe I should look into that. And I was like, yeah, give credit when credit's due. It doesn't need to be about you all the time. It shouldn't be about you all the time. Some of my stuff is other people's stuff.
One of the best things that I did when I first started on Google Plus was I would do something called Wade's Wrap Up. And I would take the best posts that I thought were the best of the week, and I would plus mention the person that wrote the article, which plus mention for those of you that's on Facebook means that you simply tag someone. That means they get a notification that you have tagged them. When people get notifications on Google Plus, guess what? They check them and they come and engage. It's not like Facebook. When people see a notification on Facebook, it's like, I've got a notification, big deal. But the Google Plus folks actually check these things. So what I did was I would plus mention that person, give a link to their article. I would tell a little excerpt of why I thought the article was useful. And I would include about 10 people. And at the time, I had about 2,000 followers on Google Plus. My post was getting 60, 70 plus ones. 50 reshares and 20, 30 comments every time I would do it. It was my best post, and it wasn't even mine. And I can understand the frustration that a new marketer has or a seasoned marketer that comes from a new platform. I can understand the frustration that you have. You've got to meet your deadline. You've got to have the content out there. You've got to bring traffic to your site. But you're looking too far ahead, and that's the basis of this course. It shows you how to bring people to you, and it shows you how to. It literally shows you how to be a magnet to people. People will come to you. You don't have to go out, wasting your time searching for them. If you do the things that are in this course, it will just draw people to you.
I know that we all want that in the business that Shannon and I are, and we want to attract like-minded people. We want to attract the people that are right for us, and I think that your course is a great way to do it. I actually did the beta version of Wade's course, and I learned a few things that changed the way I did the things that I was currently doing, and they just work so much better at building more quality relationships. I know on Google Plus there are ways to find followers very fast, and you can get a lot of them, but really, are they quality followers? I would rather have 1,000 people following me that were really engaged and genuinely interested in what we were doing than 20,000 followers who just wanted a number on their page.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think Wade's course really, really does that. It helps you find those people that are relevant to you. It helps you find those people that, you know, are going to be interested in what you're doing, and they're going to have something in common with you.
Yep, I think you nailed it too, Anna. Like I said, I mean, I'm not a numbers person. I don't care if I have, 20,000 followers. Like I said, if they are not engaging or relating with me, then, is it really worth it? So it's not really about the numbers with me.
Wade, what is your biggest tip that you can give us to really help people jumpstart their relationship marketing?
I'd say one of the biggest things that I would tell people to start doing, whether it's on Facebook, Google Plus, or Twitter, whatever it may be, I can understand the hesitation to share other people's content. I've been there. Whenever I first started, I didn't want to share nobody else's content. Why would I want to send traffic to somebody else's site? That's not what I'm here to do. And so I can understand the frustration in sharing someone else's article. But the biggest tip I could give would be to find 5 articles a week, and really good articles that are not yours, and give them to people on Facebook, whether it's Facebook or whether it's Google Plus. Curate 5 great articles that are in your target market and give this information out to your followers. Tag these people. Tell them how good it is, because relationship marketing is connecting. And how are people going to know that you like their stuff or that you even exist if you don't knock on the door first? I mean, you have to. I mean, people are so busy these days with everything. I'm so busy. And if it hadn't been for, take, for example, 2 days ago, this lady tagged me on Google Plus and said this was one of the top 5 articles I read this week. She wasn't a big, influential person by any means, but I was listed with Jay Baer, and I was listed with David Amerland, these big guys. And it just flattered me that this person actually took the time to read the article and mention it to her. I think she had 600 or 700 followers. Now, to me, I know that's not a big deal, but to me, that was, a huge thing, because now it not only helped my content get out there, but now I know that there's a person out there that's reading me and actually taking the time to share my content. So that person immediately got put into a circle on Google Plus from me. And so that's what's going to happen when you share. It's going to put you on people's radar, and that's probably the best tip I could give, for somebody that's just starting out on Google Plus.
You know what that ultimately is, Shannon? That's teamwork. That's a big thing that we are into. Really helping each other out, promoting each other. And, that just really takes us down to the basics of what networking is, building relationships and teamwork. No one is going to go anywhere unless it's a group effort. And I know that it's just going to take one person to change the face of your business, one person to discover you on a social platform and really promote you. Like Wade said, you never know who's going to see that. So you never know what that one relationship is going to do for your business.
Yeah. And like I said, you said that, this lady might have only had 700 followers, but I tell you what, that lady might explode. And you're still mentioned. And that's awesome. That's what it's about. You made your impact somewhere. And that's what it's all about, making your impact somewhere. Be noticeable, get out there, get loud, and be mentioned.
Yeah. And there's a funny story about that. You just reminded me of something. There was a girl that had just started blogging. This was about a year ago. She did the same thing. She mentioned me to her followers, and so I circled her, put her in a circle, and then she kept doing it. She was consistent with it. So I put her in another circle. I moved her to, she kept bringing herself closer and closer to me. And she would mention me. She would come and comment on my post. She would +1, reshare. She just was very engaging. And eventually, about 4 months later, we were talking, and I kind of was getting to know her a little bit more. And come to find out, I went and checked her blog out, and she was a very good writer. I mean, probably one of the best writers that, you'll see where this story is going. But at the time, I was like, this chick's going somewhere. I could really tell that she had a blog, just a freebie. And I told her, I said, look, you need to get a self-hosted blog. You know how friends talk, just going back and forth. she's like, I don't really have the money to do that right now. And she didn't ask for anything. She didn't do anything. So what I did was I just because, I saw the potential, I gave her first 2 months of hosting, and I bought her a Genesis framework and a theme. And I said, put this on your blog, go do this. And she was so excited. Thank you so much for helping me. And well, you know her now as Jen Harman, and now she writes for jenstrends.com, and she is, for speaking at Social Media Examiner's online digital conference, and that reminded me that, she was, for lack of a better word, a nobody on social media. Now that I've helped her, I'm so glad that she came to me with the articles and said, this Wade Harman is, the bomb. Check out this article, because I got to know her before she got popular. You know what I mean? And now we have a relationship that, and of course she's got a ton of followers now, a lot of connections, and so you never know. You're absolutely right. Yeah. You never know, and that's the same thing. If you're writing great content, even though you're a nobody, and I have the same story. Mark Trapphagen shared one of my articles way back when. If you're writing great content, you will get noticed, but just make sure you put everybody else on a pedestal first before you. The money's going to come. The money will come, but it's not going to come now, and it's not going to come next month. But if you consistently do this, if somebody had told me this way, you're not going to make money for 8 months, and I didn't. I didn't make a dime. I worked absolutely free for 8 months. Would I have still done this? I don't know. But it just depends on your consistency and your drive and how much you want it. So Be consistent and help people share their stuff. It's a big tip.
That's huge. That was actually pretty powerful.
Oh, thank you.
That was good.
What I love about your story, Wade, it just takes one person to believe in you, to help propel your career, your business, your presence on the internet further. And so that story is just really amazing. And I think that we can all learn a lot from those quality relationships like that. Shannon, do you have any final words or questions for Wade before we wrap up?
No, I think that we have a lot of great info. Wade, you did an amazing job sharing, and I encourage everyone to hop on this course. I mean, that would be a huge recommendation.
Wade, where can we find your course at?
You can go to wadeharman.com. That's HARMAN.com. There's a landing page right on the front page. You just click that button, it'll take you to the course.
So on that note, I think that thank you so much, Wade, for joining us. And as always, from the Network Marketing Girls, be honest, be true, be you.
Do you feel like a true leadership superhero now? That's great, but there's still more to do. Head over to annagodfrey.com/free book and download Superhero Leadership, the super book for the leadership mindset right now. It's absolutely free, and it'll change your life. We'll see you next time on the Leader More Theory.